Welcome back to Prison Architect. I'm your host, longtime listener. Be sure to drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and comment below. Let's see here. We've got 7 inmates that are going to be arriving in 16 hours, so nothing much to kind of track in terms of like immediate things that we need to be worried about. Um, at the end of the last episode, I remember like all of this stuff got finished where it looks like the foundation is done or whatever. We wrapped up the episode, and then I exited without saving it. I went back and like I think got us back to about the exact point where we left off, but there might be a few minor things that are different in terms of like financials or whatever. But it shouldn't be anything super significant. Just want to make sure we're being as transparent as possible. Um, so the reality is right now things are going really well. I would really like to get to where we can go back into options. And where was it? Wasn't game, was it? Was it experimental? No. Where was the thing? Extras. And then there was. Where was it, guys? Map settings. Enable events. See, as soon as I do that, that comes right back on. I was hoping that that would have worked its way out of the system, but I think we're just stuck doing this forever until maybe we get to where we've got like everything done. We got $1,000,000 in the bank, and then we can just do that just to get it over with and have the money to be able to afford it. But for now, we can't afford it. So there's going to probably be a bunch of money dump out of the bank balance and into construction here shortly. So we need to continue to watch that and just be careful that it doesn't completely evaporate. Although there's not a whole lot I can do about it if that happens, frankly. Like we're kind of stuck just hoping that we can afford everything needed for this process. So, the nice thing is, again, when we get it done, all of these rooms are going to increase our capacity to where this cell block D grant will be complete. We'll get 20 grand for that, but then also we'll have more inmates coming in that can help us get even more cash, and that's good news. I think the decision that we need to make is like, do we think that a facility like this is built in such a way that it can handle medium security inmates? I'm not entirely sure. I would like to have more like infirmary capacity, like maybe instead of um, security being right here, we could have parole here and put an infirmary here or something. You know what I mean? Like we still have tons of armory capacity here to where I could put armed guards over here and have them use this armory, but that's a long way for them to go just to get here. I don't think that that's a very good idea. Um, so we'll have to kind of think about it, but it's something that is in consideration. I mean, heck, I could take like one small section of a cell block and turn it into an infirmary. There's a lot of different options and ways that I could try and accomplish that goal. Honestly, I don't even really need a holding cell over here. Do some changes where like visitation comes here closer to the main entrance, and then instead of visitation being here, this space would all be an infirmary. Something along those lines could possibly do the trick. But we'll just have to kind of tinker around with it maybe a little bit and see what happens. I could even make so like I don't know that I'll need psychiatrists over here because the reason they're here is to talk to the criminally insane, which they can do from this side. Now they might do some other stuff as well. So I'm not going to just completely get rid of psychiatric support over here, but I might like get rid of one of these maybe. We'll see. Are we still good here? I can actually bring in another. We are now at 27 criminally insane. So that number continues to creep up. And I'll tell you what, if that trend continues, we really need to get this done, because if I have to drop some dorms in exchange for padded cells over here again, then money gets really tight, because we just don't have as many inmates in here that are bringing in revenue. So we're going to do a tunnel search during shower time, and we're going to do a shakedown around 3 o'clock probably. They've had freedom ever since we started this episode, and that's going to stop. We don't want them getting any ideas. So, what else should we chit-chat about? So, I think I mentioned this a few episodes ago or whatever. I might not have, but so Stardew Valley is another game that I've been doing some playthroughs on or whatever, and it's had a recent patch that broke the game for me. Like, I've got a mod that I'm using that needs to also be updated now before I can even load my save file. So that stinks. So I won't be playing that one anytime soon from the looks of things. So we'll have more free time for recording other stuff. And I think our pace of like an episode of Prison Architect every other day or so is still pretty good. What I'm going to actually kick off is another Madden franchise that's going to be presented in a different fashion. Like the one that I'm doing with the Steelers. Basically, you just watch me play the game in real time or whatever, and I just do commentary as we go, kind of talking about why I'm picking what plays and what I'm thinking strategy-wise, that sort of thing, which some people enjoy, but for me, like, I don't appreciate that presentation style as much as the one that we're going to do with our new series, which is going to be with the Denver Broncos, if anybody cares. But this one's going to be like highlight style presentation, where I'll play the games and record them, then I go back in and slice them up to only have the plays that kind of are noteworthy, and I do like ESPN, highlight show type commentary dubbed over the gameplay, so that it's just a little bit more of a action-packed presentation. You don't have to sit there and watch me pick a play, the guys walk up to the line. You're just seeing play after play after play, and it's really the only ones that matter in the game. Some of the smaller ones in between are just, kind of lost in the shuffle. So we ended up somehow, we are one heavy on capacity, but it's okay. What we'll do is come back in and drop this down. Somebody apparently became sane in the time after I adjusted that, but it's not a big deal. We should be getting somebody released out of these 22 that are up for parole. So I haven't been watching to see if my dogs have sniffed out any tunnels, but I don't think that they have. I don't see any flags anywhere, and they usually stay there for a little bit, so I think we're okay. All right. We're going to be doing a shakedown here soon. See, somebody just got released. And we're up pretty significantly since the episode started. So, again, we're seeing some good traction there. Money in versus money out. We're still doing pretty well. I don't see anything going on over here. Oh, they're building the perimeter wall. So, a lot of what I see them bringing in here is not perimeter wall, though. Like, what am I missing here? Construct, okay, construct perimeter wall. So it's all the concrete that they're bringing out here is for the perimeter wall. So I guess they put like paving stone underneath it. So you can see kind of like paving stone remnants to the side of the perimeter wall. But anyway, that's going up. So that's good. That's a big expense though. And when that happens, this bank balance is going to go down to like critical mode. All right, everybody's doing work / free time. As soon as that's over, we should be going to the yard, right? Yep. So that is about the moment where we will again adjust or again do a shakedown to try and crack down on narcotics and other contraband. But smooth sailing so far in this one, and it's really been smooth sailing ever since the events stopped occurring, which, you know, in a way is good, but at the same time it takes away some of those curveballs that get thrown at you that, you know, they just add an interesting element to the game. So at 3 o'clock, I think they go to the yard. Yep. All right, so start the shakedown. They're like, come on, man, we finally got some freedom. Go out in the yard, pump some iron. You're going to come over here checking me to see if I got a cell phone? This is an outrage. Well, but you do have a cell phone. What's with this pocket watch? Snatch that baby up. Sell that on the black market. Or not even on the black market. Just go on Facebook Marketplace or whatever, and I'm sure somebody would be like, ooh, that's a nice gold watch. Gold pocket watch. Why is there a picture of a warden in there? Flap it open. All right. So we've got some people going to lockdown, going to solitary. So we found a fair amount of contraband here. We haven't done a shakedown in a little while, apparently. And that was pretty well timed. So how are our workers doing? Mostly over in this general area. It's funny how they like spread out and do different things. Like you got a couple going down here, you got some going up there. But it's okay. They'll get it done eventually. And honestly, in a way, it's like the slower the better, guys. But you know, bottom line, it'll be nice if we can get that done and not break the bank in the process. I really don't want to have to go like 7 or 8 episodes into this and then realize that we're going to run out of money. Like, ugh, is that ever going to stink? Because hitting the reset button and going back to the pre-expansion decision would just be painful because of those first couple episodes after you initiate construction, how everything is just stupid slow. What I would probably do is play those off screen and get to where they're finally moving really fast before we kick things back up with recordings again. But again, hopefully we don't get to that point. What happened here? Dude threw a tantrum, attacked staff. They knocked him unconscious. Now he's calm, but he's injured. Where's he going? Okay, he just got healed, and now he's got to go back into solitary, probably. Somebody come and fix this. What's going on here, guys? Why is he sleeping right there? That is weird. But whatever. Okay. So we're still doing pretty good here. We're in lockdown. Everybody's about to go to bed. We'll do another tunnel search in the morning. Somebody needs to come and fix this. There he is. Good job, workman, whatever your name is. You moved away too fast for me to see. 2 up for release, and then 21 still up for parole. So we're going to have another, a little bit more turnover here, which is good. Not a ton, though. Just 2 that we've got set for intake in the morning, which kind of stinks. But we're still doing very good. No deaths or escapes in a while. Now 43 days and counting as far as days without incident. That is just absolutely fantastic. That stuff just doesn't really happen when you've got events, because those events... Oh, we did find a tunnel here, and I didn't even notice it. They didn't get very far. But I was wondering, like, something doesn't seem right. Shared capacity is 62. It didn't click. But we found that one real quickly there. That's awesome. Good job, team. It's funny that, like, that was going. We just put... Oh, no. Maybe they didn't have them back in there a second ago, but now they're back in there. So anyway, no escapes. Going on 44 days now. Let's get ready to do a tunnel search here whenever everybody wakes up. What is this sitting on the table here? Shop goods. We'll put the shop goods on the shop shelf, guys. What is that? I don't know. Is that supposed to be like a Hershey bar or something? I learned something recently. We've got so the company I work for is international, and we've got offices based in Europe. And one of the guys from over there was telling me that, like, there is a well-known fact that, like, Europeans, there are a lot of them that when they eat chocolate that is American made, they get, like, it tastes like actual vomit to them. And there's something that we put in the chocolate that, like, if you know it's there, you can taste it, and then you can't untaste it. It's kind of like, what is it? Is it oregano? No, it's not oregano. It's cilantro. That, like, there is something about the genes of people that some people, when they eat cilantro, they taste soap. And that's how, like, Europeans, a lot of Europeans who, like, appreciate, like, good real chocolate, when they eat typical American chocolate, they taste vomit. That is gross to even wrap my mind around. And I haven't tested that theory. Like, I haven't since then tried to eat a piece of chocolate and think about whether or not it tastes like vomit. But I might do it at some point. So if anybody out there doesn't like chocolate and think that it tastes like vomit, there are a lot of Europeans that agree with you. So there's that. And I'm talking like just a chocolate bar, not like a Snickers bar trying to somehow find the taste of vomit mixed in with the caramel and peanuts and whatnot. Nougat. What is nougat? Like, seriously. Okie dokie. So we are now full on the inmate front again. See, why am I over? See, we had 2 more people become sane again. We keep overshooting there. Even though, like, I just checked it recently and it looked like we were in good shape. So, whatever. I'm not going to complain about people going sane. I'll complain when they go insane. How's our wall coming along? Pretty good. I'd say it's over halfway done. Start working our way down here and probably meet somewhere in this neighborhood. Might even be done by the end of the episode. Speaking of which, I did not set a timer, and you know that I like to do that, 'cause I like to keep the episodes around 40 minutes. I don't know why I am singing like this instead of just talking to you in a normal voice. Bum bum. All right. We're going to do about another 20 minutes or so. How's that sound? Maybe 17 minutes. How about that? So cash continues to creep up. We're up over 20 grand since the episode started, and that is with the perimeter wall being constructed. Now, what I don't know is whenever they go to like finish the perimeter wall, is there going to be this huge expense that hits my balance sheet that doesn't really make sense because it kind of should have happened before they started building the perimeter wall. But I still, like I said, I don't know the exact mechanics of how this clone process works. You can do it real easily with a small sample. Like for example, what I could do is if I wanted to just like take an office, for example, clone it and say build one over here. I could see, the problem is you can't see exactly what is spent on that relative, like the other expenses in and out can change a little bit, but like let's say I wanted to see which one costs more or if they cost the same, you could do one and like you save it, save a file, clone one, have it be built, and then see where your money is. And then reload your save file, build one from scratch, let it finish, and see where you are financially afterwards. I'll bet you it is cheaper to just build it yourself, but I don't know because the mechanics are just kind of strange. I wish, like I said, if I go like this and say clone and want to build it over here, I wish it would show me exactly how much that's going to take. Even if it's like you don't get charged for it all at once, I want to know that this is going to cost me $1 million. Even if like once I start it, it only takes out a couple $100,000 to get the foundation done. And then once that's done, it takes out another $150,000 for the perimeter wall. Like, and then it's, you know, a little bit here and there. But if I know what the total is going to be, I have a little bit better idea as to whether I can afford it or not, especially for a big one like this. Somebody requires medical attention. I'm not liking the fact that there's a little bit of irritation going on. Like, why is 71 out of 87 are suppressed? Like, there's not a lot of serious complaints or anything here. I think we're okay. All right, so we have room for 2. I only have it set to bring in 1, so we'll bump that up. We'll try and check it again before these arrive. So far, going over by 1 or whatever is not, that's not going to cause problems. I'm going to have more than that typically released each day anyway, so they'll have a place to sleep at night. Won't have to go, why are these just chilling here? They've been there for a while. I don't like it. Somebody come and get those and take them to the laundry room. Although, like, that's just a basket. That's like a uniform or a basket with a bunch of, but there's like 4 baskets there and a stack of uniforms. I don't know what that's about. 7 o'clock at night. We're going to do a tunnel search now, just because. Feeling crazy. So it's the time of year where I'm going to be battling a cough for the foreseeable future, so I combat that challenge with cough drops on a regular basis. So it'll be, I'll be popping cough drops like freaking Tic Tacs for a while. But it keeps me from feeling the urge to cough, which keeps my throat from getting irritated. And then, like once you get to that point, then your cough becomes a real nuisance. So I just try and be a little bit proactive, and I burn through a bunch of cough drops in the winter. So, anywho, all right. Things are good for now. It's almost time for lockup. We're still right on with the number of criminally insane, number of capacity. We have room for 2. We're bringing in 2. We'll keep an eye on that because I feel like something's a little bit squirrely right now, because I haven't had that issue of going over, but that's twice in a row now that's happened. So what's up with that? 3 families waiting to visit. 17 are up for parole. Everybody is asleep. We still have room for 2, and that's how many we are bringing in. There are 25 criminally insane inmates as of 11:30 p.m. So, we have too many prisoners in holding cells. We don't have any prisoners in holding cells. What? What is with all the uniforms and stuff hanging out here? Uniforms just chilling there. I don't get it, guys. Do we need more people in the laundry room? Where is prison labor? We've got 8 guys in there. I think that should be enough. I'm going to put another one in the cleaning cupboard. I think that'll help a little bit. Oh, come on. Mundy. What's the deal, man? He damaged the shower head and the drain. We got all kinds of water. Why is the drain here not emptying out the water in the cell? Like, what's up with that? Okay. They fixed that pretty quick. Good job, team. Still 25 insane. What else should we be looking at here? Laundry distribution. Food distribution is still... so it's a little heavy on this side, or at least from the looks of things. But it's because these are single cells and these are dorms. This kitchen can still handle this, so it's not a big deal. And then intelligence. How are we doing here? We're doing pretty good. There's still, a lot of contraband or whatever, but that's not the end of the world. We still have some CIs in-house, which is cool, but I don't feel like we really need to use them that much. Okay, we're still good there. T-minus 2 hours, basically, until those next couple inmates arrive for intake. 6 o'clock, we're going to go ahead and just start the tunnel search now, because why not? Trying to think of anything else we need to accomplish in this episode. Haven't seen any notebook pages. Didn't find any tunnels. Our perimeter wall is coming along. I think it will be complete by the end of this episode. So we'll see what happens to this bank account whenever that happens. Speaking of bank account, I need to go to the bank and cash a few checks. So that's something I got to put on my to-do list for today. Oh, another thing. So, man, FedEx. So, like a month ago, one of our sales reps from Canada was asking if anybody had a piece of hardware that he needed for a sample for his customer. Wait, notebook page. Punishment. You can punish them. There are different options available depending on the facilities at the prison. It makes them less likely to try to escape for a while. Overly strong punishment, however, makes them more violent. You can beat them. You can take away their meals. I want to beat up a inmate. How do I do that? Actions. No, I want like, where do I go for punishment? I'm not seeing this, guys. Maybe, like, do I find somebody in solitary and punish them? Whatever, not a big deal. So anyway, I had the actual device that he wanted, so I take it to FedEx, I have the address, and I basically just walk in and say, hey, I need to mail this, here's the address. And of course, they're like asking me if there's, anything flammable or hazardous or batteries and whatnot, and I answer all those questions. They ask me how much it's worth. I tell them. It's like a $1,200 touch computer or something. So fast forward 4 weeks, I get a letter in the mail from them saying that I owe them $626 because of a tax that the Canadians assess based on the value of the product or whatever, which they have listed, FedEx has listed in their paperwork as $10,000. $10,000. So I've got to deal with that fiasco. Like, I'm not the one that would be paying it anyway. I would just expense it. But, like, holy moly, $626? Canada has a racket going up there. Look at these guys. They're getting after it. That's going to be done here any second. And then when that's done, we'll kind of start working towards wrapping up, I think. But there were other issues that they had in the process of getting that thing mailed that were super frustrating anyway. Like, after I left, a few days later, I get an email saying, like, hey, we need you to change this document to say that ELO, the company I work for, is the importer of record. And I opened it up, and it's a PDF, and it's their paperwork. I brought this to you, told you everything that you needed to know, and you filled this paperwork out and put it in a PDF that I can't even edit, and then you sent it to me saying that I need to change it. It's like, it's your paperwork. You need to change it, apparently. So, of course, they did. And then I get this letter in the mail yesterday, $626.10 they want me to pay because they had the wrong value down for the product. So that's going to be, I have a feeling that that's going to be a serious headache because now they got to go back and tell the Canadian government that, oh, wait a minute, we had the wrong amount on there actually. Did we say 10,000? We meant 1,000. And the Canadian government's going to be like, you can't change the amount now just because you realize, like, whoa, I have to pay taxes on that? Like, I thought that was just for insurance. No. So, anyway, I gotta deal with that today. Not fun. Oh, look at that. Boom. They just bought a ton of stuff to put in over here, and we still have money. Look, I mean, it's like punching bags, weight racks, morgue slabs, filing. So all the furniture looks like it was purchased. That is awesome. It cost 250 grand. We're still alive, y'all. That might do it right there. That might be everything that we needed to get this complete. Because like if I go here, it says, queued, install comfy bed in padded cell, install shower head, install drain, like install a radiator. The only thing we don't have, from the looks of things, is utilities. I mean, they even have like our furniture stuff for the security is all in here. All of this is in here. So I think we survived this process. You know, like I said, the one exception is we still need to put utilities in, and that will be a little bit pricey. But having all of this in there is a huge relief to know that we're still doing okay. Because the rest, with the utilities, I can control that and put them in whenever I have the money. We won't go into the red because it's automatically done. So that was fantastic news. It makes me really happy. My heart sings. And that is going to do it for the episode. If you have not done so already, please be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment below, and we will see y'all next time.